Hello everyone, welcome to the Third Man Cricket Show. I am Amog, your host for tonight, and South Africa have beaten India by 7 wickets. And there's news all around, and there is disappointment all around going on in India. But I have Nikhil as well as Mohit with me here. Guys, I need your first reactions. How are you feeling? It's not a very happy day for Indians, as we call it, but how are you feeling?
First thoughts were the congratulating ones for the young African team.
Yes.
After all, what all they have been going through in their administration and the transition phase is there, of course. It is truly worth it to praise them. In my opinion, to beat a side like India, it was just like the how we felt beating Australia in Australia exactly a year ago. This African team has done something of similar kind, in my opinion. Young lads, powerful opposition. They were called underdogs. There were no expectations from them. They lost all tosses in a row. There was no Enric Norkia. Quinton Decock left in the middle, and the batting against the top bowler in the world, and it's never easy. We actually can just speak because it's very easy to speak, but they have achieved something which could prove to be a beginning of a new era in South African cricket history. And yes, a big congratulations to them. India, on the other hand, I think they need to think upon some selections going ahead in the World Test Championship. And yes, a lot of positives and negatives from the series, which will be we will be discussing upon ahead in the show. But a good game from international good game and series from international cricket perspective for sure.
Well, surely. And before I come to you, Nikhil, I would like to say hello to Afreen because she has been a very, very regular viewer. So, thank you, Afreen, for being a regular viewer. And it's because of viewers like you that we create content on a regular basis. And creator is saying five bowler theories in the batch. So, yes, we'll be coming to that. But, Nikhil, you can share your opinions. How are your thoughts?
Well, from the Indian perspective, it is disappointing because it's very well documented that this was the best chance to beat them in their backyard. But credit to the South African team because it's not easy when a team is touring you and they are considered as favorites at your home. So it requires a great amount of character to come back in that fashion because they lost by a great margin of 113 runs in the first test, and the way they've come back, the way their players have stepped up, it is really positive for the South African cricket because going ahead, these kind of wins or these kind of characters will help them to churn out results after results. So big congratulations to the South African team, and plenty of issues to ponder upon for the Indian team because everything was um, everything was on course till this series, till this win in the first test. But after that, batting has been a serious issue, and which needs to be looked upon, and a lot of aspects that might be questionable. So yes, obviously, we're going ahead, we'll discuss about that. But this kind of series was there to win for India. It's, I guess, it's India's big loss.
Truly, but do you guys think that this is just one-off series that it was a हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि आज एक दिन था जो हम लोग के लिए नहीं था. Like, do you think it was that kind of a series because we won the first test by 113 runs? Obviously, Nikhil said there are things in the batting lineup that are not working. There are players who are not in form, and we need to replace them, which is absolutely true. But do you think that this was a off day kind of a series, or do you feel that it's completely up to us whether we perform or not?
Uh, Definitely, this is not an off day kind of a series because after the first day of the tour, we never batted like we should be because the first day was a brilliant day for us, and after that, those collapses
272
and
for three.
yes, exactly. And after that day, we never batted like we should have batted. But yes, there are issues to as Nikhil said, to look upon. But this was not at all a one off day kind of a thing for us.
Nikhil?
I guess the luck factor, it was slightly on the South African team, but they were missing quite a few players. So to be fair on them, there was luck, but obviously you can't do much about the luck factor because they were missing, they were playing and missing a lot. On the other hand, for the Indian players, one mistake and they were finding themselves in the pavilion. So there was definitely a luck factor, but you cannot count that as a and a factor that was affecting the whole series. If we would have played consistent cricket, we were batted consistently throughout the series, it would have been a different story altogether.
Well, that's true, and a very interesting stat here that India is the first team to lose all 20 wickets as catch outs in test matches. So, thank you, Afreen, for that stat. It's a wonderful stat, and the direct hit mentioning that credit to Boucher and Elgar to back youngsters and win after being 1-0 down. So, it is an inspirational story, as Mohit mentioned, previously. There was one batsman who was the man of the series for South Africa. He was none other than Keegan Peterson. So this comment actually reminded me of Keegan Peterson that South Africans have backed young talent and look at the way that they are delivering. So today also the knock he played was very very good. So just a word on Keegan Peterson in the series.
Well, whenever he's batted, he's looked like someone who knows his game very well, and obviously, the fact many people don't know is that he has 105 first class games under his belt. So obviously, there's some experience, some talent which was in store for South Africa, and I like the fact that in after the first test match, Dean Elgar was asked in a press conference that why is Keegan Peterson being backed, where he told the reporters that he is a very talented player. He just needs some scores on his side, and he has done that, and he's looked quite comfortable against even Shami, Bumrah, these kind of quality fast bowlers. Yes, one or two he has given away one or two chances, but that happens with every player. And what is important is to cash in on the chance you get, or cash in on that slight luck which is going your way. And I guess Kevin Peterson has done that. And hopefully South Africa found a number three which can be backed and went ahead with for a substantial period of time.
Surely. Mohit, your views on Keegan Peterson. He just hit an inning of 82 today, and he was very, very disappointed for not getting those extra 18 runs and making his first international test 100 because he's someone who's got 16 first class hundreds in South Africa domestic cricket, if I'm not wrong. So, just a word on Keegan Peterson. How good has he been?
Exactly as we saw today, he didn't want to go back to the pavilion after getting out to Shardul. But yes, I like the elegancy in his batting. Those back foot punches, those confident defenses, one after the other. But I think that there are some players that like they want to seal some position after being given some chances, and I found that Keegan Peterson is of such kind, not after today's innings but even after first test and first two innings. He was there, someone like I'm here to prove something, and I'm here to prove my name in this upbringing of this transitional phase of South African cricket. And yes, there was lot to praise about him, about how he batted. But yes, definitely a player to watch out in the coming games or coming years for South African cricket.
Yes, and South Africa are to tour New Zealand in the month of February. It will be a mount-watering
Yes.
tour, and again, the batsman to watch out for is going to be Keegan Peterson. Prathamesh Ranade has a question here. How about adapting that school mindset of playing marathon innings? We can expect that now from Indian batters, especially after the inclusion of Dravid in the mix. Any thoughts about this? So, what do you guys think about playing the marathon innings? I think Virat Kohli showed it in the first inning because the inning that he played, I said it day before yesterday as well, that 79 runs are much greater than a century, because some innings you just cannot value them in terms of numbers, but the inning that he played, the focus and temperament he showed, I think it was really commendable. So what do you think about this statement?
Yes, obviously, Test cricket is all about that. Test match batting, which we say, is all about being positive. But being positive does not every time mean that you are scoring a lot of runs in less balls. But yes, absolutely, that mindset can be thrown into the mix. But with a lot of limited overs cricket happening, I guess those dot balls are worrying for the young batters coming in. Not even the young batters, the experienced three format players as well. Because I saw quite a bit in this series as well. That if there is a string of dot balls, 9, 10 dot balls, then the batters are getting affected by that, or are that is inducing that false shot. But with as he said, with the inclusion of Dravid, I guess that mindset will be adopted, and it will be exciting to see how young players cope up with that kind of mindset. Because there will be times when you'll have to grind it out. The runs won't come easy. You will have to give the respect to that bowler, and respect that that is his time, and then that their time will come. So yes, absolutely, that old school mindset should come in. But it's not very easy to straight away start and adopt. It will require time. It will require grooming. But definitely, with Dravid coming in, that should be the case going forward.
Well, Nikhil, your answer reminded me of the statement that Harsha Bhogle gave, in the series, the test that the Australian team had made. That he said he likes the words, words like resilience and defiance, and he referred to the same statement that Test cricket is all about respecting the bowler when he's bowling well, but also saying that it's not going to be your time forever. So my
Yes.
time will come, and that's why it's all about being patient for your time. So hashtag apna time aayega kind of things. But Mohit, coming to you, what do you feel of this statement that Prathamesh has made?
I think that for this, the selection for Test cricket must be purely on the basis of Ranji cricket and the domestic cricket that we follow. Uh, if players are coming from IPL directly into the Test cricket, as we saw Surya Kumar Yadav coming in the squad, so I feel that it would be difficult for them to some extent to play the kind of resilience that we saw Kohli playing in the first innings. uh, at the end of the day, the motive is to score runs. If you score the way Kohli scored in the first innings, or you score the way Pant scored in the second innings. The motive is score tons of runs. But in Test cricket, it is about the positive mindset that you go ahead with, as Nikhil said. And I think again, selection on the basis of wide Ranji cricket is much more will be much more effective than IPL.
Well, surely that's a very good and balanced opinion given by both you guys. But the direct hit ने direct, मराठी में हम लोग बोलते हैं कि मुळावर घाव घातला है. And this is the question that is the question, the question that the country has. And I just want to know your opinions. A lot has been said about this, but I just want to know your opinions. I'll give my opinion first. That I have a simple opinion that if players are not performing, you have every right of dropping them, and they should be dropped for the good of the team. But what should not happen is disrespect towards players, or the players should not be disrespected. If Rahane, Pujara are not playing well, bench them. Then there's nothing wrong in dropping players, but don't disrespect them because they have done a lot for the country. That statement is not false. But if they're not performing, you can drop them. just don't disrespect any player out there, because it takes a lot to wear that jersey which they are.
Yes, absolutely, and lots of talks and discussions have been made. My simple point is I'm agreeing with you that there's a reason they're being backed, because they have churned out performances when the team has needed them the most as well. So what is important is to see that what the team management are looking at. They're looking at backing the experienced players. Nothing wrong in that. You give them a long run, but once they'll be dropped, if they are dropped in the Sri Lanka series, then I think the player who comes in deserves a long run, because he has waited. Most probably it will be Hanuma Vihari. So he has waited for a long time now, sitting on the sidelines. So you will have to uh, tend to give him that long run as well. Um, and it's, considering they're dropping or picking them, I guess if they drop them, it is understandable that they haven't been scoring a lot of runs. So it's fair. It's only fair to give the other people chances. And if they're backed against all odds, then that is also, I guess, that's not wrong in any sense, because they've earned that right to be backed, because they have a lot of experience, they've played a lot of games, and they have done that much to get that extra window, or to get that extra leeway of performing and getting that backing from the team management. And the way things are going, the memes and the Twitter campaigns against them going, just it's very disappointing to see, because these are the guys um, we were taking on our shoulders and dancing when they won at Gabba, and when they won that series in Australia. And you're down straight away to disrespecting them and saying things about them. It's okay that, yes, everyone, it's very well documented that they are not performing well, but they're not performing well. But this kind of disrespect is like unimaginable. Like मेरे को कभी नहीं लगा था कि अजिंक्य रहाणे और पुजारा एक टाइम आएगा कि उनको इतना, उनके बस 11 में होने होने पे इतना डिस्कशंस, या फिर इतना उनको ट्रोल किया जाएगा. इट्स रियली डिसअपॉइंटिंग टू सी.
Yes, that's true. And before I come to you, Mohit, direct hit ने लिखा है, I am not disrespecting anyone. भाई हम लोग को मालूम है तू disrespect नहीं कर रहे हो आप. I just gave my opinion. It was not directed towards you कि आप disrespect कर रहे हो. So don't worry. Akshat has come in. He's saying hello guys. Hi Akshat. Sanchit has asked a very interesting question, to which I do agree, by the way, that what has Rahane and Pujara done to be constantly back in the recent matches? They have done a lot before Nikhil and Mohit. I would like you to chip in as well, but I would like to stand by the statement that I gave, that if players are not giving you performances, then they should be dropped. There's nothing wrong in dropping them, and that does not make them bad players. It's just that unka time kharab chal raha hai, so you drop them for a greater good, which is winning games for India. So if they are not able to contribute to that, then just drop them. There's उसमें कोई मतलब it's no shame in dropping players, because Indian team से drop होना is not a shame. I mean, you're there for a reason. So आपका time जब वापस आएगा तो you will be selected. It's not like you're not going to be selected again. Disrespect is something that you spoke very rightly of. Disrespect नहीं होना चाहिए. This is what I stand by. But there's nothing wrong in dropping players if they're not performing. Mohit?
Exactly. That's what I was about to talk. Because if you see, if you pick up any Ranji player if from India and give this much of chances to him or her, he would score this much of runs with 50s and hundreds. Of course, if you back them for 2-3 years for straight. And yes, exactly. Rahani and Pujara have done a lot of good things for India in initial years, but since past couple of years or 3-4 years, it has been not up to the mark, and it was below par performances from them which they showed to us. And exactly, again, there is no disrespect, but uh, that is way how it goes, because India में competition इतना है, you have to score constantly to be in the race. And uh, ऐसा भी नहीं है कि हम कह रहे हैं कि उनको कि आप अपना रेजिग्नेशन दो, लेटर दो और रिटायर हो जाओ. गो प्ले सम डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट, कम बैक इन फॉर्म. वो वापस टीम में आ सकते हैं, दोनों में इतनी कैपेबिलिटीज है, वी नो दैट. So there is no disrespect, but it's high time now, and players are backing. Players and coaches have backed them a lot, and a lot of players are waiting for them. Uh, like कि अब उनकी बारी आएगी, and it is high time. I feel that if not both, one should be dropped from the squad from next series for sure.
Yes, that's true actually, and I would like to discuss about another player from the South African camp, Lungi Nigedi. I think the discipline that he showed in the first innings, I think that is what got him 3 wickets, if I'm not wrong, in the first inning. So, just a word on Lungi Nigedi.
He has turned out to be a very good bowler for the South African Test side, and he is constantly doing well for them. Yes, sometimes he is slightly off track, which he was in the third Test, but he is ensured very well that he has bowled those lines and lengths which are troubling. And again, they are also going through with four fast bowlers, which maintains the pressures. And he's done really well in order to keep that discipline and keep that run flow, and not give any runs away, so that there are wickets in the next over, or for his partner. So he's done a brilliant job. And I can't get enough of this topic, but Sanchit, I want to just answer Sanchit's question that at Lords, when you go at Lords, जो पार्टनरशिप हुआ था मोहम्मद शमी और जसप्रीत बुमराह का, वो ओवरशैडो कर दिया कि अजिंक्य रहाणे और पुजारा ने भी एक पार्टनरशिप किया था. वो रन्स आप निकाल दोगे, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि देयर विल बी इनफ रन्स फॉर यू टू सी दैट वी वन एट लॉर्ड्स. फिर जो एक 49 किया था वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप फाइनल में, जब जब उन्होंने एक 100 बनाया था मेलबर्न में, जो वेल डॉक्यूमेंटेड है कि बहुत अच्छा कमबैक था. सो इट इज नॉट दैट इट्स ऑब्वियसली अबाउट द पर्सपेक्टिव, बट इट इज नॉट दैट कि उन्होंने नहीं किया है. जब इंडिया को जरूरत पड़ी है, दे हैव स्टेप्ड अप. And I think they deserve that, they deserve that extra leeway, as I said. So they have stood up when the team has required them. So nothing wrong in backing them.
Well, surely, but Saurabh Desai asks a very interesting question here, that how can we differentiate between India's arrogance and aggression? So this is another topic I wanted to take just a quick look about, what happened yesterday with the DRS call, and how the Indian players, came out giving statements about it the very next moment. So what is your take on the entire system, the entire issue about the DRS that happened yesterday specifically? Just a couple of minutes on that.
I don't think the way the captain and the teammates handled the situation, and went to the stump mic to say those words, it was appropriate for an international cricket team to do. I thought that like they could have done in this way also, like going back to the pavilion and talking it to the coaches and referees, and then doing something off field. But this kind of thing on field, in front of billions of people, it doesn't put a good image of our team and its characters at all. And I feel that the desperation for that wicket came out heavily at that moment. And I feel that it was not up to the mark from our cricket team, and we should have avoided that.
Nikhil, what are your views on the same? Because Indian captain has always been very expressive on the field. He doesn't hold himself back, and that is the reason he is who he is. But your reaction to everything, what are your opinions on the whole situation that happened yesterday?
To be very blunt, a horrible way for a captain to handle himself. This is not the first time that the DRS has gone wrong, and this won't be the last time when the DRS will go wrong. And the decision is already made. There's no point in going on and on and on about that. I understand banter, and I understand the what you talk to distract the players or not let them concentrate. But if you're going against the match officials, that is not the way ahead, and everyone gets frustrated. I know you can raise the question that even I contemplated on it a little bit, that if we are getting that much frustrated, what would happen to them on the field. But frustration is one thing, and carrying yourself as a skipper is one thing. And the way they were carrying themselves afterwards, that was like um, just not acceptable. And if he gets away with this, for a surprise, I'm agreeing with Michael Vaughan, which he said on Fox Cricket, that if he gets away with this kind of behavior, I guess it's not going to set a very good example for the youngsters coming in, because they'll
Agree.
think that anyone can get away with, if he's a great batter or a great cricketer, or the captain. But when that MS Dhoni incident had happened in 2019, I was completely against that as well, because you have to set an example to show that it is not that easy, that you will say something to the officials or say something to the umpires, and you will get away. So that's like unacceptable for me. Frustration, everything at one hand, and carrying yourself as the captain and representing your country on the other hand. So that was just unacceptable. Sanchit is asking something, I guess.
Which
What
Sanchit has
exactly?
asked a lot.
Yes.
So he's
What
actually
is it?
asking you that average of 32.39 in the last 53 tests since November 2016, over 5 years, averaging 32 is worthy to be backed. Do you feel?
My perspective still remains the same, that when the team has needed them, they are there for them. They're there for the team. So I don't go with the stats which is put in a lot. And I know that there are players waiting, there are players knocking the door and everything. But my simple point was that Rahul Dravid and the team management have backed them, and when it is required, they have stepped up. So yes, there's your answer, Sanchit.
Okay, I think there was a very interesting question by let me just go a bit. It was about the tail. Yes, yes, by direct hit. If we struggle to get wickets of South Africa tail and they don't give it away that easy, why does our tail not put a price on their wicket? I think after what happened in Lords, our tail has not been putting a price on that wicket. So do you feel that it should happen, or do you feel that it is too much to ask out of bowlers, because wickets bhi bowler hi nikale, runs bhi bowler hi kare, to fir then how does it work? So what's your take on this?
To be honest, we are asking too much from the bowlers, because the main point comes again that our middle order is not performing, and we are constantly getting back to our lower middle order and bowlers to come up and score some crucial runs. Uh, as we saw in the last innings too, there was Pant standing at one end, playing some good cricket, some casual cricket, but some good cricket, and we were expecting bowlers to just to stood up there, stand there and play with him. But uh, yes, that's true that they don't put a price on their wicket. They just
Yeah.
throw away their wickets. They could have stayed there for a bit longer, which could have increase the target a bit. But I think we are expecting too much from our bowlers. If our batters stand up again and score those runs which he used to score 4 5 years ago, we won't expect them to score. And yes, it has been a blessing for us that our lower middle order and bowlers have scored and played some really good cricket in past couple of years or so. We could see Bumrah uh, doing those shadow practice in the during the batting sessions also. So yes, they know the price of their wicket, but yes, we are expecting too much from them.
Well, Nikhil, your opinion remains the same, or do you want to say something different?
No, if your middle order is not able to contribute the runs, how can you expect your tail to stick there? If it's difficult pitch to bat on for the middle order or the main batters, then it's, as Mohit said, it's too much to ask for. And I'm just clarifying and putting that whole debate going on in the comments to rest. That I am not saying that they shouldn't be dropped after in Sri Lanka against the Sri Lanka series. I'm just saying that the team, if the team management has backed them, that is the reason why they have backed them. And if even if they are dropped, it is okay, because it is understandable that they are not amongst the runs. They got their fair chance, and now it's a chance for the youngsters. I'm just telling that sports breakdown is also asking me the same question, that Pujara should be dropped. I'm just telling you that why they were backed so much for so much till now. That's what I'm saying about. So if they're dropped, it is okay. It's understandable. But I was just saying that why they were backed till now.
We can
That,
hold
that's
a session almost as long as a watch along for this Pujara and Rahani's topic.
yes, that's sure. इतना BCCI selectors would also not be thinking जितना हम लोग
Exactly.
सोच रहे हैं. But yeah, that's actually true. Rahul Dravid can make some changes, is what the sports breakdown is saying. If Purane continues to play, they'll always play in one innings. And yeah, this is a never-ending topic. But I just want to take you to the innings that Rassie van der Dusen played today, because Keegan Peterson was the highlight of the inning. But जब ये ऐसे होता है, we tend to forget what was happening on the other end of the wicket, which Rassie van der Dusen held very brilliantly today. So he has been brilliant throughout the series as well. So what are your opinions on that inning and his performance in the series overall?
I think that RVD have played uh, like they have played total of 6 innings, and he have played three or four good innings so far in this series, and
Yeah.
that have been the case for the South African batters. We talk about Bavuma and RVD, the Peterson for sure, and Dean Elgar. But yes, this has been a collaborative effort from the 4-5 batters, and everyone have done their task very well. Starting from Elgar to at the end, if we talk about Bavuma. Yes, there was the runs which they lagged from, which was from their wicketkeeper. But yes, apart from that, apart from wicketkeeper and Markram, they were I think up to the mark in their batting.
Nikhil?
Rasi van der Dusen has survived, but I don't think that was quite a pretty innings which he played today, because he was just continuously getting beaten, getting those edges which weren't carrying. Yes, definitely on paper it will show that he survived, but obviously that he was getting beaten and beaten continuously. He was struggling, but yes, somehow he has um, managed to survive. But I'll be interested in seeing him for the ODIs, because he's been excellent in the ODIs for the past few games which South Africa have played. Even in the World Cup, he made his mark, and he's been brilliant. So in Test, I'm not quite sure yet, but in the ODIs, it will be an excellent time to watch him bat.
Surely, surely. And thank you very much for sharing your opinions, both of you. We are almost at the end of today's show. Just one question: if you have to wrap up, the whole series, all the three games, in just one answer, what would your answer be? India winning the first test, 1-0, then South Africa making a comeback and winning the series, not just a game, but a couple of games to take the series to one. So if you have to answer, and if you have to put the series in just one answer, what would your answer and what would your opinions be?
I think this was a series very well needed from international cricket point of view, because the way it has opened the WTC points table a lot, with South Africa going ahead of India. And I think this kind of loss was needed from Indian point of view, and this kind of win was needed from South African point of view. Uh, both yes, it has been the case with Indians, as we have seen. And uh, Indians now, with remaining of three series, they have to think about a lot, because they can't give matches and series like this even after being called number one test champion, number one test team. And South Africa, if we see, they are a rising team. We have seen that it would be difficult for them to play ahead all those games coming up. But it has widely opened the WTC points table. And yes, the teams like South Africa, Sri Lanka, if they play in this manner like they have played till now, international cricket will not be dead again, as we were talking about, like the great teams going down and down. West Indies currently is in position not to be called like recovering, but yes, they need to be done that.
Surely. And Nikhil, coming to you, what do you make of the whole series? There was, Rabada was there, then Lugi Nigedi was there, Marco Enson. It was a very, very good series for him personally. Keegan Peterson, everyone performing as a unit for South Africa. Indians just not able to clinch the series, lost 2-1. What's your take on the whole series as one answer?
As I said at the start, that this was the best chance possible for the Indian team to take the series and to obviously claim that they're number one. I sadly think that they're still not there. We if we don't constantly win games overseas, then we don't have the right to call ourselves the number one, even if we are number one in that ICC table. But a terrific comeback from South Africa, purely because they have I guess they've pulled off in India, because being down and out in the first game, and then coming back strongly. That's ideally in the template that India follows. But it has been a great series, and the fight the South Africans have shown, even if not having Andrik Nokia or uh, exactly saying that Andrik Nokia or Quinton de Kock from the mid series. Still, it has been brilliant, and I'm seeing more competitive cricket in this stint of the World Test Championship, because in the last stint, not many teams were competing. Yes, they were playing a lot of games, but they didn't exactly look like competing. But now is the time that the race for those top two spots in the World Test Championship, which go for the final. The race will be a great one. Uh, plenty of positives for India. Basically, Rishabh Pant showing it yet again, that why is he there? I was hearing and seeing a lot of questions being raised upon his position. Should he be given that? Should he be shown that he can be dropped, or should he be given that alarm? But he has answered it absolutely with the bat. As Rohit Sharma tweeted that day, that he shut the mouths of everyone questioning him. So it's an excellent series, but it was an excellent series. But again, plenty of things to work out on our batting, and we are still not there. But if we were called favorites when we were touring an overseas side, I guess not more positive, that this is the biggest positive that you can take out. So overall,
Yes.
a brilliant series, and hopefully we'll get a lot of series ahead like these.
Yes, yes, and very, very well put by both of you. That congratulations to South Africa. They were able to win even without bowlers like Andre Nokia, and that's fantastic. Here's a question, if we may take it: why can't teams like India, Pakistan, or New Zealand win a Test series in South Africa? Why do opposition teams actually struggle to win a Test series in South Africa in the last 30 odd years? So, England has been breached. Australia has been breached. What stops Asian teams from breaching South Africa is what the sports breakdown is asking. So, last words on this.
I guess Sri Lanka beat them in 2019, if I'm not wrong, 2-1 or 2-0, I
Yes.
guess, in the two
Okay,
match
so
Yes.
so
series.
he's actually mentioning about three teams here: India, Pakistan, और
Oh,
New
okay,
Zealand.
okay,
He
sorry,
said,
sorry.
yeah. So
Yes,
I
okay.
Asia बोल के मैंने थोड़ी गड़बड़ कर दी,
हाँ,
but
हाँ.
this is what he's mentioning.
Mohit, you want to take?
I think the condition favors them a lot. Uh, that has been a sole reason of playing away Test series everywhere in the world, and for India and Pakistan, the sports background has asked for the New Zealand also. I don't think New Zealand have those condition issues in South Africa, but for India and Pakistan, we can understand that there is a lot of bounce in the pitch, and there's not no roll or spin there. But for New Zealand, it's questionable, and I feel that it is just the conditions which affect those cricket, and it affects the mindsets as well.
Yeah, Nikhil.
I don't figure out a particular reason, why
Exactly.
they're not winning, because now there's no, if you had asked me this question in 2018 or 2017, I would have easily said there's Vernon Philander, there's Morne Morkel,
There's
then
Neil
there's
Stein.
De Villiers, Faf du Plessis, but no one is the part of their 11 now, and still they find some way or the other to win. I guess it's about the
Great.
conditions, but it's again, as Mohit mentioned, that it's about the mindset, which is gone. And direct, I agree with direct hit, where he says that the bounce and the extra pace, when the cracks open up, the pitch quickens
Quickens
up on
upon
day
day
two,
two, day
day three,
three.
and their bowlers know more how to exploit the conditions better than the touring bowlers, obviously, because it's their backyard. So that is, I guess, the deciding factor which decides series in South Africa. So that can be pinpointed, I guess, as the factor.
Yes, that's true. And the direct hit has commented, जिसको cricket देखना है, West Indies under 19, Australia under 19, Australia 37 for 2, chasing a total. A very interesting thing that India under 19s face South Africa tomorrow in West Indies as their first match of the ICC Under 19 World Cup. It is going to be streamed live from 6:30 p.m. on Hotstar as well as Star Sports. So do watch it surely and support our youngsters as well. Nikhil, Mohit, thank you very much for your time. और एक सवाल, should Asian teams actually be given a warm-up test match just before the test series starts, so that they'll become more familiar with the condition? I think we do play a warm-up match everywhere we go. Even in South Africa, our A team played a
A team,
warm-up
yes.
match, and I guess we were given the center wickets of every stadium to practice once the teams reach South Africa. So I guess
Yes.
that's not a problem. So Nikhil as well as Mohit, thank you very much for joining me here. Congratulations to the South African cricket team again, and we hope that as Indians we will bounce back stronger in our next series, the ODIs to be precise. So thank you very much. Thank you to all the viewers as well. We will see you again in the upcoming days. Thank you very much.
Thank you.